5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, hello. A little bit of a different setup before we do quote of the day. But let me introduce everyone. Yeah. Just going to reintroduce everybody. All right. So Corin's taking some time off from behind the boards. So behind the boards, we got Sloth,
Hey, what's up, everybody?
also known as Anthony the Great. I
You-
don't know your actual
What?
show. I don't know your show name, but I'm going to call you Anthony the Great.
I'm just Anthony.
Oh,
Well, they just call me Sloth. I'm Anthony,
Sloth.
aka Sloth.
okay, Sloth. You got Steven, the adorable one?
Whoa.
Whoa.
It's
No,
self-proclaimed
No,
adorable.
Self-proclaimed adorable.
No one else on this
If you,
team claims
want to
it.
call me adorable, more power to you.
Oh,
But as
no.
far as I know, I'm self-proclaimed, bitch.
And then across from me, we got my arch nemesis, Joe,
He doesn't want to say lover.
The
but
sloppy
his lover.
Joe.
Sloppy Joe.
the sloppy
Sloppy
Joe. The only reason why I say he's my arch nemesis right now is because I don't even want to say it, but fantasy football kind of screwed me over last season. Won't let it happen again, though.
Well, it's actually funny, too. He actually had another nickname in high school y'all not aware about. We used to call him Nemosis.
I like that one.
He's your Nemosis. Lucky Finn. You want to put the little Finn up for the camera, Joe?
No, they got to pay my OnlyFans for that. I have to
This
print.
guy doesn't even want to show his face. He thinks he's
I
going to show
know.
his fin.
No.
Yeah.
He loves to take pictures of us when we're recording, but put the camera on him, and now he's camera shy.
I'm not camera shy.
Oh, no, he threw a bitch fit earlier trying to look for his mask. I thought I was going to see domestic violence.
Oh
He
my
lost his
goodness.
mask, and he was something was going to go through a table.
Us Mexicans don't like losing our lucha mask. We like to keep them on.
All right, Rey Mysterio. Nah, the quote that I have set up for today, though, is from Denzel Washington, and it goes, "My faith helps me understand that my circumstance don't dictate." Let's try that again. My
He got
faith.
dick in his mouth.
Whoa. My faith helps me understand that circumstances don't dictate my happiness, my inner peace. All right. With that being said, what's going on, guys?
How's your inner peace right now?
My inner peace right now is a little afraid because this entire week I've been having to deal with Joe and his erratic posts coming at me, man.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just coming here to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And coming for your butthole, but that's a different story.
Whoa.
I would be scared.
He's really trying to test your inner peace.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not.
He's trying to get
scared.
in your peace.
I'm just. Whoa. Woo-hoo-hoo.
I'm all about that inner butthole.
Somebody help me, please.
I need an adult.
Relax the muscles.
Don't look at me, little puppet. Don't look at
Gordon's
me.
here to give you practical tips. I'm not going to save you. I'm just trying to make this experience easier for you.
I like how Sloth said he's giving him practical tips. Joe's trying to give him a literal tip.
I said I'm bilingual. There's a difference.
Pad the wire. Pad the wire. Don't look at me, little. I watched that clip today.
What, in preparation for seeing
I
Craig
guess
today?
so, because he watched it too. So I guess we're
It's
just
true.
communicating like this
but no.
mentally.
Minds think alike.
You got to think about it this way. What would I look like if I didn't know Friday quotes?
Just a black guy that doesn't know anything.
Which is very unfortunate.
Hey, who's the whitest black guy y'all know? Like, would say, like, in mainstream.
Wayne Brady, but then he choked a bitch, and then he really changed his reputation after that point.
I don't think Will Smith until he slapped Chris Rock.
The goat.
Yeah, not Chris Rock. Will Smith Chris Rock too. But Will Smith can do no wrong in my eyes. Put it that way.
Poor K.
I don't know, dude. Did you see Wild Wild West?
That movie was decent. You take that back.
Jim Burton had a real hard on for big spiders. And
Yes, big spiders.
do you guys know the story of why that movie was a financial success?
No.
Wild Wild West only made money because I can't remember which movie. It's either one of two movies. Either American Pie or Jackass came out the same weekend. But who would more want to see Jackass and American Pie?
Facts.
Like 13-year-olds, right?
Yep.
Like people who can't get into a rated R movie because both those were super rated R. So a bunch of people bought tickets to Wild Wild West
To go
to
watch
sneak into the other movie. So financially, that movie made money because people paid to go into a different theater and not watch Wild Wild West.
I don't think it
Fair.
was Jackass because Jackass did pretty fucking good for
No, the movie still did good on its own, but Wild Wild West only did good because of the other one. It's not like the other one didn't make money. It still made money. Both those movies made money. They're both financial successes, but Wild Wild West only made money for that fact.
well, cheers to some ass, Jackass.
I don't have anything to drink, but okay.
I'm not taking
sorry.
a shot. This man's trying to kill me.
All right, Craig, what do we have today?
Is it Jeopardy? Is
No,
it Jeopardy?
it is
No?
not. That is going
Oh,
to be.
ha 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 ha! I know it. I'm sorry. Promise, I'm not drunk yet.
Off a liquid death, I would be concerned.
I would too. So basically, we're gonna spend this first episode. This episode, it's 2 parts. We're gonna spend this episode talking about why we started podcasting, right? And I know our fans hear it from us a lot, but we got a whole new group of guys with us for this particular episode, and we frankly did start podcasting around the same time. Both groups are from the east side, so and I would dare to say that as gullible as these guys are, they're mentors to us in a way as well. So without further ado, we'll start with
Well, actually, before we do that, I kind of want to ask you guys. Well, I'll just explain to the people like what your relation is to us. Like, how do you know us?
I got it. I got the reference. Football.
All right, and that's the show.
Goodbye, everybody. Hit more music. I don't know what
Oh,
music.
you know what?
I'm just gonna start singing.
I came to know Craig because he was coming after my sister.
You said came and coming way too many times. That's
Yeah,
I know.
Looking at Craig.
All right.
I think you need to take a shot.
Well, if you're gonna,
I think you have to take
one
a
with
shot
me?
every time you hit on Craig, like subliminally.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to be punished for this.
Well, neither does he.
Point taken.
No, this took a twist. I'm not down.
Uh,
But
oh.
Craig's butt.
And it wasn't coming after your sister because
Anyone?
technically I met you
From
before
Respaco?
her. I should just throw that out there.
Go.
No?
Pass the bottle.
Wait, what were you trying to do to Joe's sister?
Absolutely nothing. No, I was saying I met him before I met his sister, so technically.
You were coming for me?
No, what?
It all makes sense.
Oh,
Now it's come full circle.
sweet
Or
baby.
Joe's trying to come in a circle. I don't know. I've stopped keeping track.
Oh, I thought he was doing a mask switch right now.
That'd been funny. It just comes in a different mask every 7 minutes.
That was too hot.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. That reminded me of something I seen in Vegas. So me and my girl, we went to Fremont Street last year, and we were walking down the street and whatnot. We come across a Michael Jackson performer, so we thought nothing of it. We watched him dance a couple dance, but for every song that he danced to, he had a sparkling jacket and a pair of gloves to go with it.
I used to want sparkly gloves like that. Really wanted though, just the one bedazzled glove. I really did, and the Thriller jacket. Not gonna lie, I wanted that. That shit's dope. Still,
Oh, the Thriller jacket's dope. The red leather jacket. That's iconic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted either that or the loafers. But if you've seen my feet, all of a sudden loafers are out of the question.
No, one stuff I always liked was the Billie Jean one. I always told myself if I had to go anywhere nice, I want to rock that Billie Jean outfit.
Oh, yep.
Very classy. It's the shoes.
Okay, so Joe, how did you and Craig really get to know each other?
I guess I'm
Not in a weird way. I'm asking
No,
like
no,
the
I'm-
general question.
because you are planning to copy everything Steven said, and here I am about to say football. football. Yeah, he was just one of the freshmen that I got to know and hung out with. You know, he was cool. He's cool. He's a cool guy. I like Craig.
Except for that one time he tried to kill me, but
Well, when you give my sister fucking
no,
Fucking-
I was just around that person.
oh yeah, and then she's over here. "Ah, Craig did it. Craig did it. I guess I gotta do what big brothers do and go say I'm gonna kill somebody. And
It's got to
Call
blame
it
the
a
black
day.
guy.
huh?
That's true.
Always got to blame the black guy.
What do you expect? Where did she get it?
So Steven.
Yeah, I met Craig and Corden football. We were seniors. They were freshmen coming in. Good. You know those. It's gonna sound kind of cliche and kind of like old, but it's like now being in that older. Cause it's like what 3 year difference between us. Even though it's only 3 years, you still think like I'm a much older guy. It's. So I'm sorry guys. I'm trying to think of the word. It's like you see the young group of kids come into the school. Even though we're only 3 years, so, I call younger people kids. It's nothing this world, just kids. You see these young group of kids coming in, and you just see the passion, the fire they had to play the game. That says a lot about the character. You see them passionate, wanting to play, want to step up. We come from the east side, a very low rated school. No one gets over for the time of day. So you do want to see the next generation just carry that fire, that will to win, the will to play. Orfeld is known for having the best athletes and known for making athletes. And, in order to make an athlete, you got to have good heads on your shoulders and good kids, which is what coming in that freshman class, you could tell there was a lot of good kids with good head on the shoulders. And, knowing these two guys, Cody, Jesse, all those guys, good kids. What's his name? Ava?
Yeah.
very, very good group of guys, and that's kind of how it all began, took a liking to them. So, you want to kind of mentor, help teach them what you can, the best you can, because in the East Side, it's all about paying it forward and, teaching the next kids. That's how it all kind of started, hanging out and getting to know each other from there. And, and just wanting to see how athletic these young kids were. Like, you could tell, like, something like they're gonna do something good. And I think you guys, senior, y'all went to CCS, right? Was it you guys year or the year after
Barely.
that? Hey, it don't matter.
Technicality, because who was it? San Jose High or Lincoln couldn't go
Yeah.
to the Big Bone.
We're not talking about that. And it was exciting, seeing that, that freshman class, that you only got to see essentially 1 year, but you still knew it was something special. So something like that you want to keep in contact with. Plus, my brother, you guys' age, so it's kind of like, I kind of had to pay extra attention to you guys to class too.
Shout out to Jeremy though.
And shout out to Henry. Shout out to Alex Comedy. He was with you guys, right?
I think he was like a year older, but yeah.
Okay. And fucking Tizok.
Wait, what,
Isn't that someone's cousin? Your cousin, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't. No, it was like is you or Chewy? I know he was related to one of y'all.
And then Brandon's younger than you guys,
Brandon
right?
and Jesse.
No, Brandon's younger.
Jesse's the same
older.
age. Brandon's a
Yeah.
year younger. So, but what year did you guys graduate?
10.
I'm 08.
Oh wait.
I'm the old man at the
Did
table.
you know my brother, Colton?
No, did he graduate 08?
Not 08. It was probably like 06.
Oh no, so
think he
I wasn't there freshman. I went to San Jose High my freshman year,
Okay.
so I might have just barely come into being a sophomore when I went his graduating year.
I got beat up by Corey.
Really? How did that? What happened there?
This was back. He was the 5th grader. I was the 4th grader. He was punking my friends, and I had a plan. I'm gonna rush him. I rushed him. I said, "What am I doing?" I tapped him. He looked at me. He started smacking my head around. I'm like, I'm gonna take it. Smack me again. I'm getting mad. I'm like, I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna take it. And I took it. And then I went to the office.
Like a
and,
champ.
and took it like a champ. I felt like Glenn. And then I just started crying. I'm like, I don't know why I did that. He didn't do nothing to me. He was a nice guy. He was always kicking people's ass on tetherball. So I don't know why I did it, but I did it. I was like, I got in a fight with this Samoan. I lived to tell this story.
Earlier you brought up Henry. I met Henry's dad before I met Henry. I worked with him at Lowe's when I was like fucking 19.
Oh wow.
And I met his dad, and then I saw his dad come like to a track meet or a football game. I was like, "Oh, dude, what's up, man? What are you doing here?" He's like, "Yeah, my son, that kid."
Oh, he looks like you.
He really does.
It's pretty scary. I met Henry when we were like 9. We played baseball at Eastridge.
His dad looks scary.
Yeah, but he's like the
The nicest guy,
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
No, dude, like out of the people that started at Lowe's when that store opened, he was like one of the nicest people.
Yeah.
Like that was like always treated him with respect and always cool with them. And then I can see why Henry is the way he is because of his dad raised him right.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he looks fucking scary though because he has like whatever the dude version of like resting bitch face is. He has that very much like kind of resting mean mug face.
Resting asshole face.
It's funny though because he's like a perfect combination of like his mom and his dad in terms of looks. And I'm like, you look like your dad. No, I could see some of your.
You just squint a little bit, you see the other parent.
You know what it is? It's you have your dad's face with your mom's eyes. That's usually the situation when it's like that.
I would never know because I come from a family of strong genes. It goes one way or the other.
And it went the other way with you compared to your brother.
We look alike. He's just taller.
He got the height, strong gene.
It's funny. So I met Craig through CSI.
Yeah.
What year did you graduate?
I graduated 13, but I got there in 09.
Okay, so I think I just was helping the year after I graduated because I just had free time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I met Craig. Craig was a good kid, and I was like, "Oh, look at this 5th grader here in the CSI program. This guy's an incoming freshman at the age of 11, and I'm really proud of him."
I thought he was doing the shit that Brendan would do. Our junior year, Brendan was coming out just to watch people practice for football before he was a freshman. So
It's funny because I remember his brother would come out to track practice before he was a freshman, and he would throw with us because his brother Craig was a thrower,
Yeah.
and his John May would come out and throw.
And then it's funny because he never threw. Like all 4 years of high school.
If they let him run 6 events, so I'm sure they would have made him. I could have got him for at least one. I could probably got him for shot put.
I was trying to get him for disc because I'm like, bro, you're taller than me. I don't know how the math and science work behind it, but it would have worked.
Now, with him, his size, he could just not have any technique and probably dominate in shot put.
Craig looks at his little brother. I want to be like you when I grow
Hey,
up.
Craig looks up to his older brother and says,
And I think I met Corden through track.
It was probably true. I don't blame you if you don't remember how we met because I wasn't really around during like the first couple of years of high school.
Yeah,
So it was probably most likely track.
yeah.
It's
And then I
funny
think
'cause
I think I just announced your name for football.
Every game.
Yeah, yeah. His name will get called a lot. So I know I probably said your name way before I had a conversation with you.
Mm-hmm.
Should have been in the booth. You know who made the play. Do I need to tell you who made the play? You know.
It was funny because there were so many years where I had people or I had kids where I'm just like, oh, I don't have to say who made the play. Like this year, there's always like that one kid that Stoney was one of those kids where it's stone cold every time. I'm hitting this theme music every time, you know. And there's always I mean, and rest in peace, Esparza was one of those guys. Both sides of the ball, calling his name for every other fucking play he was involved in.
I'll tell you this: my freshman for freshman year when I did participate, it was either him or Maya that was getting called, and then sophomore year,
Yeah.
because Maya had moved up to varsity at that point, it was just straight up this dude. I'm like,
They tried to move me to varsity, but I didn't go.
Yeah.
So.
which I was so thankful for because at that point it would have just been me, Thomas, Henry for a little bit, and that's about it.
Question: did you guys all play for Mendoza at least once?
Yeah,
Favorite Mendoza story?
I'll let you go first.
Favorite Mendoza story? Probably the fundraisers. Every year we had the fundraisers, so he was always getting on us for the fundraiser. What?
Mhm.
Well, also the San Jose State one. I don't even know how we got that one.
The parking one?
Yeah, the parking one. Like
Mhm.
we had to do like a graduation for San Jose State. We were working to raise money for the football program. So, and then that's because I remember because that's when I got my tattoo. So it was, it was brand new. So
It was blasted before freaking 16.
That also made it way easier to find him on the field. My blind ass, if I see a kid with a tattoo, I know who it is.
Mhm.
I can at least very much easily tell the race of the kid by if they have tattoos or not in high school. 85% chance they're Samoan.
yeah, tattoo I had 13 years ago. It's still not even finished. So
One day, planning to finish it or kind of leave it as is?
it's unsure. I don't know.
If we're going sarcastic, he made me miss a quarter of football because I went to tutoring, and in doing so,
Sounds like Mendoza.
yeah, in doing so, I ended up actually getting hurt, and that shot my junior year out the window. But if we're talking genuine favorite story or good story with him, probably him standing up for me in regards to my mom wanting to take me off the team, and him seeing something in me, not only academically, even though I did mess up the year before. He stood up for me academically, and then he was he's also physically talented on the field, and he's an asset that I would love to have on the team. So I was appreciative of that because I didn't want to give up football at that time just yet.
You know what? I don't think I don't have Mendoza stories, but I just have things that Mendoza does. And for anybody who doesn't know, Coach Mendoza was our football coach for all of high school. So,
He coached actually all of us, even Sloth. Coached Sloth a couple of years too.
Yeah. Oh, the 1 year I played, yeah.
One year.
Couple years, just
That's when you played too.
It's fun because I've known the guy I still see him. I haven't really left Overfell. I have a game to announce in
Damn.
3 weeks.
and we always make fun of Benji.
Yeah, he stuck with coaching longer than I did. But I go once a week on a Friday. I go once every 2 weeks for 10 weeks, and I'm out.
What were you gonna say, Corden?
I think just the things that are one thing he does when he sees one of us on campus or in school, he'll be like, "Is that Jeremiah Vu?" And then he's the way he says it is just I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about.
He would always do it in the form of a question.
Yeah. So
Hella energetic too.
Am I gonna eat this for lunch?
and then he also does especially when he's coaching and stuff, and every time he's explaining something, he has his clipboard and he's always he's slamming his clipboard.
Or he's like,
Yeah.
you gotta get in there. You gotta all animated.
Yes. Just those kind of
You
things.
can say that he was a very animated guy for sure.
He was-
Flipper.
I hated the fact that
Get
we
under the
spent-
chest,
Yes.
under the shoulder pad.
a solid hour at least in practice, just it's bro, come on.
Hey, did you guys ever catch him doing the squint?
Bitch, you stole my answer.
You guys know what the squint was?
Yeah, like this.
Mm,
Well, no,
Kinda, yeah.
so because I got
Look at the
glasses,
camera.
I got glasses, he could do it. He would
I don't have the glasses.
Oh, with the glass. Oh, yeah.
looking off. So I don't know if you guys ever did this, but
Always looked in the distance.
spring workouts, we would start off behind the pool. I know the campus.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
the campus changed a lot. But back when it was our senior year, where it was spring training, we had practice behind the pool
On the asphalt.
on the asphalt. Yeah, we warm up right there. And during spring, there's softball season, so you always see softballs or runners, coming that way, and happen that side we were facing would be the girls' locker room. So we're high school guys. We see a girl walk by, naturally we all break our necks. And Mendoza would see that, he would turn and look and act like he was fixing his glasses and was just just all.
What has my players distracted that they're looking?
I gotta see too. That's one of my funniest Mendoza stories, and then when he's saying Joe's nuts.
Yeah, that's a fun story. I've said it on our podcast, but it was one day after fucking weightlifting, we were going to the field. And do you remember those yellow poles that were out there, like just randomly there and shit?
Yeah.
So everyone was jumping over them. So I'm like, I could do it. I jumped over it, nailed it. All right, time to get down. Linemen get down 3-point stance. I fucking get down. I feel a breeze. It was a nice breeze. As I put my head down and looked, I saw a silhouette. My balls were hanging out. And once I noticed it, Mendoza goes, Joe, are those your nuts? Yes, coach. Those are my nuts. I ripped my shorts and my underwear, 2 in 1. Or the underwear were already ripped. They were holy underwear. I don't know what to say. Mendoza saw my nuts.
The look in Mendoza's face too.
That.
Hey, coach, you might want to squint there too, buddy.
That, and in Overfell history, only 2 players were to ever get locked into the locker rooms. Me and my boy Kenneth.
Locked in be more specific. You guys got locked in the locker room overnight. It's not like you were locked in there for 10 minutes. You guys had to sleep in the locker room.
Okay. And
There was a lot of screaming.
Pause. When you say it like that, though, you gotta explain, because it was a locker room inside of a locker room inside of a locker room.
You got a lot of inceptions.
Well, no, because it was the boys,
the cage.
the men's locker room inside the cage. I mean, the cage inside the men's locker room. But
Then there's
it
the
was
room inside of there.
JV.
Yeah.
Sophomore year, I got locked in inside the cage, inside the cage. And one night we just stood yelling for help, and no one came.
One night, the night y'all got locked in the cage.
And then fucking
one night's gonna start randomly yelling for help in here.
So
I don't believe Joni said nobody came. I think him or the other guy did.
I fucking slept on the fucking random table we had in there.
Why don't y'all call for help? Like actual phones.
His phone got taken. His phone was dead, and my phone got taken away that day because I went over text messaging. Back in the day, you had to pay for every text message, and I told my parents, "Hey, you should get unlimited text message from me." They said no, and I got my phone taken away because the bill was $600. I was simping days, but
some things haven't changed.
He's simping for Craig pretty hard.
come on, Craig, get up, Craig. What you gonna do with that besides piss me off?
He rebukes you in the Lord's name.
Hey, you took your mask off.
I did. It was too hot and it was squeezing my fat face.
I thought his mask was still on this entire time.
My pretty face.
So I think the reason why I wanted to I asked how you guys came to know us is what I was trying to get at is coming from the east side, where it's a pretty small world. Like from what they said, we already knew each other before we actually knew each other, and just I feel like when you're coming from the east side, it's kind of I feel like the odds are kind of against you, because it's you're from East San Jose, so it's east side San Jose is kind of considered the ghetto side, but I would probably say the east side is it's a beautiful place, even now, even back then, and it's just
Especially back then.
Needle in the haystack, diamond in the rough, whatever the Alce say in Aladdin.
Dude,
That's us.
I give the east side and honestly Overfell a lot of credit. Like I said, I haven't left. I was someone who didn't start there. I didn't go to the middle school system that fed into Overfell. I just lived in the neighborhood and went somewhere else. When I got there, I still haven't left. And I know plenty of teachers that weren't alumni of Overfell that have stayed at that school teaching so many years. I announced the games of football games now. Doris, the teacher, did it before. It did it for 4 fucking decades. He was been doing it for a decade at least after he retired from teaching. I see so many old, especially when I did the games with him, so many old faculty that have retired and been gone from that school, who live in the other sides of town, who live in nice neighborhoods, who don't have the ties to the community that we have growing up there, still come back and pay homage to that school. And then even now that I'm older and I see people I graduated high school with teaching at that high school and to give back and do so much for that community. That school gets a bad rap when you look at it from the outside, but a lot of people who enter that school to work there don't leave for many decades. I mean, on this side table, we did track under Herndon.
Mm-hmm.
How long was Herndon the teacher and a coach there?
Long time.
A long time. And like I said, Dorsa taught there for many years and then announced for
He taught
decades.
my parents. My parents had him.
Yeah. So, I mean, like that school, like even if you're not originally from there, there's something about that school. There's something about that community. And that school has, and just my seeing of how much money they've actually started getting to make that school more
Prestigious.
not prestigious, I would say aesthetically pleasing. I think the prestige has been there. It's just people don't recognize it.
Yeah.
I think anyone who's been there, has been part of that school, knows what that prestige is.
I'm gonna have my first kid. I'm still on the east side, and hopefully, I told my girlfriend, I told my job when I got my promotion, I was like, hey, y'all, I'm a east side's home, San Jose's home. I don't plan on going anywhere else. I plan on making my living here, so I need y'all I'm willing to work for you guys, the company. 'Cause I was going to walk away from this company, tell them, hey, I'm willing to stay, but y'all got to, give me my shot, give me my chance. Y'all take care of me, I'll take care of you guys. And they gave me my opportunity. So now I'm taking care of my part. But yeah, I don't want to leave the east side. It's my home. It's where everything is. I travel, did a lot of traveling, and there's not, something about San Jose, the east side was just so it hits different. Like, when you're home.
I live out here in Mountain View. It's nice. It's safe. I can leave my doors unlocked. I can leave my laptop in
No,
there.
you can't. Your door locks by itself.
No, not all the time. I could leave all my shit in there and not worry about getting jacked. But I still want to go back to the east side. I want my daughter at Overfelt. I'm conflicted right now. Be honest. She loves it here and she's raised here, but that east side is home.
I've had a little bit of a similar experience with my sister. My oldest biological niece is 21, and my sister raised her out in Gilroy. So I just remember one day, like me and my sister, like, oh, like something, where are you from? She's like, Gilroy. We're like, what the fuck? Me and my sister graduated from MP. I graduated from Overfelt. We're from the east side. And she's like, no, I'm from Gilroy. I'm a Gilroy person. I'm like, oh fuck, you're right. That's all you know is Gilroy. We think we're just like, you're east side because of us. But like, nah, you ain't live there.
We grew up East's Mall. You grew up with their outlets.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to fuck my daughter up a little bit. I'm like, hey, you have east side tendencies. You can't get rid of that. You inherit that shit.
Yeah, it's just like I just want people to understand like there are some like great people to come out of like the east side. Like you have like Jonan Vasquez, if you guys don't know, he's the creator of Invader Zim, Mount Pleasant High School.
Jim Plunkett,
Overfelt, and James Lake.
Yep.
I
Carl
believe.
Monroe.
Carl Monroe.
Funny thing about Jim Plunkett, my uncle
And-
actually played with them my uncle played with them when they were at Overfelt together. Yeah.
I thought he went to James Lick.
He started at Overfelt first, then he went to James
Yeah.
Lee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lee Evans?
Pamela, what?
Lee Evans?
Lee Evans as well, Olympic medalist.
My grandpa
All
knew-
Americans we had from there for track.
My grandpa knew Lee Evans, and he said they used to get into a lot of rock fights
Wow.
back then as kids.
Wait, I wonder who recording. Pamela who?
No, you're not. Whatever you're thinking, that's Pamela Rose Martinez, also known as WWE wrestler Bailey,
Independence.
Independence High School.
Okay.
And then
That was that Pamela I was thinking about.
and then I think there was one more. There was Lloyd Pierce. He was the head coach for the Atlanta Hawks, former,
Oh, okay.
but he went to Yerba Buena High School,
Okay.
and he played with Steve Nash at Santa Clara University. So
Then Aaron Gordon from the NBA, his father taught at Fisher Middle School.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon and his brother who played college ball. Their dad was a math teacher at Fisher for like a hell of decades.
And then he actually went to what, MIDI, right?
Aaron
Yeah.
Gordon went to Mini.
Yeah, actually went to many, but yeah, but a lot of people like he had a lot of East Side roots because
Yeah.
everyone in this side of town like knew who he was because like he'd always be hanging out with his dad there.
A lot
I
of
got my ass beat in a track competition against his older brother, who everyone thought was going to go to the NBA but didn't. Well, he went to like the G League and like Summer League, but the younger brother Aaron Gordon is the one who's I think he's on the Nuggets now or something. I don't know.
What wasn't there a soccer player around your guys' year that ended up getting drafted, or he's playing for Mexico or some shit?
Benji.
was, yeah.
Oh yeah. Soccer player kid.
Yeah. I don't know.
Soccer
the
player
name,
kid. All I know is puto.
That's
Do
true.
they still do that at games, Sloth?
Not at football games.
Damn.
They still do that in Mexico football games. That's not an East Side thing. That's a Mexican football thing. The international Mexican football team has been like slapped on the wrist for that.
Hey, I just know that they used to do it at Overfell games, and as annoying as it was, I appreciate it.
Well, we took one of the players as our kicker.
That is true. That is true.
At first, I couldn't tell if they were doing it toward us or toward the other team, but then I started noticing that like we would do good, and then like it'd be nice and mellow, and then when the other team would do good, that was when you were getting it. So I was like, okay, there's my answer.
They don't like what they're doing, so they're stomping their feet in protest.
I'll
I
take
got
it.
your back, soccer players. I got your back.
Yeah, just anybody from the east side. We all have like potential. So just, don't let what other people say, just like, don't count us out.
All right.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Don't let the east side define you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Don't let the negative part of the east side define you. But
Let the east side in you.
use the east side to rise above. And if you're from East San Jose, you got a lot more metal and grit than a lot of people do.
It's the best part of San Jose. It has like everything you need.
No, honestly,
There's a Pop's Burrito. There's Eastridge Mall.
There's the mall.
You got like 3 Targets in walking distance.
bro.
You got
McDonald's on every corner, more than a liquor
you got
store
taco
almost.
trucks. You got good food almost everywhere you go. Pho.
You got a drive-through taqueria.
We got Chuck E. Cheese.
Bro, don't forget the Walmart with everything locked up, and then you just gotta push a button and wait for like 30 minutes. But it's cool. It's cool.
The fact that shit doesn't get broken broken into every day, I'm surprised.
That I think honestly that's why they put it up. But it irks me because it's like you gotta push a button and then wait 30 minutes for one of the employees to walk by. Oh, I don't have the key. Let me go get somebody else. Another 20 minutes goes by.
I always feel like going to Walmart and just pushing all the fucking buttons.
Bro.
Just keep going, making rounds, just going back and forth until I get caught.
That's why I avoid Walmart.
Same. I don't mind paying extra 25 cents, 30 cents. I'll go to Target.
It's always like a penny or two.
I walked that. Granted, where I live now, I live on the west side. I could walk to Target. I was like, I'm not going anywhere else.
Every time I go to Walmart, I'm like, I can't get laundry soap. It's like, because motherfuckers want to eat the fucking Tide Pods, so I got to go to Target because they don't care.
You know, I can say this. When I was up in Arcata, Eureka area for school, it was beautiful because you didn't have to worry about that. But here's the thing, right? Eureka's full of tweakers. Arcata low-key is full of tweakers. So when you take that drive or the bus ride out to Eureka and you go to the Walmart out there because that's the closest one, I started seeing it the second year I was there. Certain things were getting locked up, like the detergents and stuff like that.
Cough medicines.
Yeah, and then I went back out. So second year I had a car out there at this point. So then I'm like, oh, you know what? I need deodorant. I need lotion. Let me go get that stuff. Mouthwash. All of it's locked behind cages. How did the east side come all the way up there? That was the first thought I had.
The east side followed you.
Well, fun fact, Walmart got sued for that, locking all the minority products.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was like a lot of the black hair care product, cocoa butter, like a lot of like the personal
Everything you were
beauty
shopping
products.
for?
Yeah, pretty much. Because
Okay, wait, please tell me about the black people mouthwash. Like,
Yeah.
what's the,
I think mouthwash, buddy.
hey, his mouthwash is that liquor right there, man.
No, his mouthwash something different. We'll talk about that later.
I know a good time.
Yeah, our podcast is PG. No, it's fine.
Real talk.
I've swore yet.
you have?
You
Well, a lot
haven't.
of times.
Gordon, like,
Gordon's counting.
Gordon's like, dang, I got
Oh,
my
my
work cut out
bad.
for me.
No, you're good. I'm just kidding.
If you notice, every time he hits the table, it's usually because you're swearing.
Oh, fuck.
There you go again.
Yeah. So so we got to know you guys a little bit, and then I think one more thing that we want to know, or at least the audience, it's just like as Craig mentioned, we started our podcasts around the same time, and then we've gone over like why we did ours and what the name of our podcast and what it means and all that stuff. So we kind of want to ask you guys like what made you guys want to get into podcasting, and just like what was the reason kind of behind your name, the Noncents Podcast.
With the cent sign.
So actually, so you're gonna get 2 different answers because usually there was 4 of us. David's not here, unfortunately.
Don't forget Rob.
And Rob. But if you think about the base of it, was supposed to be just me, you, Sloth, and David. Rob came on as help out. We brought him on after, but the original 4 was supposed to be us. If I'm not mistaken, at least for me and David, we got on it just because it was a chance to hang out with our friends and record our thoughts and record what we want to say. That's why we did it. More so just for hanging out. We usually get out the house and just, hang with the boys and have a beer, catch up, talk some crap, and just have a good time overall.
And in the middle of the pandemic, when like we weren't seeing each other, it's not like, oh, hey, we hung out this last weekend going here at this bar or going to hang out, do this. There was no going doing any of that.
Yeah.
It was just, sharing stories, life experiences, just putting it out there and see what people thought of it. And just ultimately trying to put the East Side on the map, essentially, is what one common goal we all had. As for the name, I don't remember exactly, but I know Joe had a lot to do with it and Sloth had a lot to do with it. I think the name came from you two, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a sloth thing.
Oh yeah, we don't make no damn sense half the time. We're just talking,
We ain't got no
It's-
sense
it's-
to our name.
and we're broke. We got no sense. This is not making us a cent. We got no sense to the name, but we're also not making sensible sense either.
Because we drink.
So that's why we got.
Nachos.
That's why it's the C with the cent sign in it. So
Fair enough.
because this ain't no $1 million podcast. This ain't Joe Rogan. This ain't the other guy who was Pat McAfee. This ain't Pat McAfee. This ain't this ain't coming from money. This is us doing it by the bootstraps.
Started from scratch.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to try to go into full detail of how it started. So it was around like 2008, 2010. It was when we would all hang out. I think David came up with an idea. Dude, we do some stupid fucking shit together. We talk about some stupid fucking shit. My bad. We
No,
talk
no,
about we talk about some silly stuff, some dumb stuff. And he had said, what if we got high and then recorded us doing stupid stuff? We never got high.
Oh, that's right. And then I said we should do like a drunks versus stoner type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And then it led to let's do a podcast.
And then
I forgot about those conversations.
I really
see,
want to do like a
You're-
competition.
You guys are jumping the gun. This was back when podcasts weren't a thing, in like 2008, 2010. This was when the idea of like just recording us doing stupid stuff for YouTube. 2016.
Oh, when we like recorded people getting punched in the face. and shit.
yeah,
I remember I used to record just videotape a lot of shit back then.
yeah. In 2016, I hit some depression, and I picked up a podcast called Tell 'em Steve Dave, and I had like some similarity with like the main guy just going through shit, and I was like, oh man, that'd be nice to just get around with our friends because I go, we're funny, we've been through shit, we've seen some shit. It'd be nice to do that, and then 4 years later, I think Steven had went through something, and he goes, I'm down for a podcast. And Sloth was the man. Sloth is the man that knows how to run everything. He was working at the radio for radio. He's taking school for it, and he was the brain to put everything together. He's if we were to do the Power Rangers, Steven would be the legs for this. I'm the left arm. David's the right arm because I don't got a right arm.
I was like trying to not do the math. I was like, wait, which arm is yours?
And then Sloth is he's the Red Ranger.
Oh yeah.
He keeps everything together. So I mean, that's how.
Can you be the other arm? That way you have a function like your whole you don't have use of that arm, but as a Zord you are that arm. That's more poetic.
I'm either going to be the left arm or the sword.
Oh.
I'm one of those two. But yeah, that's
I
how.
want you to give you some confidence about the other arm.
But that's how we came to saying let's do a podcast, and then we just put our pencils together, and we got the equipment and slowly started building. And whether people listen to us, whether they don't, whether they tune in or not, it's an excuse to get together with my friends every weekend and chill, especially when we ain't gotta go spend money and do stuff like that.
The original equipment was like, oh, fuck, I'm not. I acquired some equipment through East Side means before we got like better equipment now.
It fell out of a truck.
Yeah, I got some out of the back of the truck that I had acquired because of my field of work before.
Our debut episode was pretty dope when I made those makeshift stands with the
like fucking red solo cups. And, like, jammed a
Remember
microphone
that
in them.
we cut them.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and I was like on a board that was like held together by tape. Didn't have a power cord for it. It was battery operated, but the battery I didn't have a lid for the batteries, so I just had to hope the batteries wouldn't fall out in the middle of recording. That's how we started. Like, not even like, oh, what's the best equipment? Like, what do I have that I could like shoestring together to just be able to functionally record?
Yeah, as long as you get the message out. But I think from what I'm hearing is like we kind of have like similar reasons of why we started, and then I feel like kind of like us, we're like a group of guys and got together, started talking about like just our thoughts and like how we feel about the world, and just like coming from the East Side, I think the East Side too. But it's also like it's important to like express yourself, especially in the world where like the whole male is like male mental health, where it's like we're not supposed to express our feelings and all that stuff. And as far as like coming from the East Side, it's like somebody has to tell the East Side story. So it's like who's gonna be the one to do that?
Yeah, you don't see anyone else that like looks like us or sounds like us telling
The what?
similar stories that we're telling.
Right.
Anywhere else. Like if it wasn't us doing it, you guys doing it, us doing it.
Yeah.
Not from this generation, at least.
Yeah, but there ain't even. It's not. Not a lot of people have the same background as us or telling the same stories or even look like us. Like I'm half Portuguese, half Mexican. I don't see very many Mexicans telling stories and being represented. Portuguese people. I don't know. Maybe they're hidden with the white people.
Like
so.
Portuguese people, y'all got that club in the East Side.
Oh yeah, shout out to those. Shout out to people from the Azores. But I mean, like I'm sure you guys see it, like in the media. Being Samoan, being black, you guys don't see a lot of that on big social media platforms or TV a lot of the time.
Well, we
like
have
that.
The Rock, so he's
You
the
both
ultimate,
have
the
The
ultimate,
Rock.
the ultimate combo.
That is
Right.
And y'all got Kevin Hart. See, this works out. They're really good pals. And really,
They got Dave Chappelle.
no, but I want to go how Rock and Kevin Hart are always messing with each other. They did that Super League of Pets movie and shit.
I can't wait for that.
Hey, you guys, got a question for you guys. This is y'all episode. Mind if we put a little nonsense twist on it?
Send it.
So in nonsense, we do what's called lightning round. Ask y'all a question, first thing that come to mind. So lightning round question. You could bring one celebrity to the East Side, take them to eat at one place. What would it be? Go.
Oh man, I'm not good at this. It takes time for me to think about the things.
Craig, you go first.
First
First celebrity that came to your mind, first place you want to eat. Go.
Jay-Z, and I'll take him to Pops.
Why?
You said first celebrity that came to mind. Jay-Z. First place to eat when I come back to the East Side. Pops.
So you're taking him to get a burrito?
Hell yeah. Or torta.
I used to throw in free Pops burritos advertisements during Overfell games early on. Like I didn't have a script or anything. I was like doing those reads on TV. I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to go to Pops Burrito, located in East San Jose on the corner of King and Ocala. Pops Burrito, Overfell staple for 47 years. I just made up years.
Hey, but you're not wrong.
But they're looking like, where's Pop's Burrito? I don't see
Right.
Pop's Burrito.
That's why I said it's over on the corner of King and Ocala.
I see Pop's and I see a
a
burrito
taqueria.
place.
I think I had to ask someone, like, I think I just yelled in the crowd, hey, anyone know the actual name of the taqueria?
No one does.
No one did.
And if you do, are you really East Side?
I think
You
I
know?
Googled it. Yeah, no one knew what it was called. I still
damn
don't know what it's
shame.
called.
How about you, Slav?
Let me get Tupac and Kingsburger.
Mm.
Ooh, good choices. Also, Resurrection. That's like double points.
So he's taking a hologram.
I would have flipped my shit if I just saw a Tupac hologram at King's Burgers.
I had a theory. He never got shot in Vegas. He's housed up in the MGM somewhere and he hasn't left since 95, 96, whatever.
Under the recluse?
I mean,
He's
how
just
would-
writing poetry up there, man.
How would you feel though if like legit somebody got shot that looked like you and then days later dies? I wouldn't leave my hotel either.
He just looks out every day out the window of the MGM. He's like, not safe yet.
Is this
Nope.
to come out?
Nope. He don't even go to the door. He just looks out the window. Nope. Looks down. Not safe yet.
Oh man.
It looks like it might rain.
Oh,
How are you, Sloppy? What celebrity and what are you taking him to?
I guess it's a two-part. It's a two people thing. It's Esso from and Inspector Deck from Sarface, and I'm taking him fucking to the taqueria. Is it Jalisco's taqueria?
Jalisco's.
Taking him there because one day I slid into their DMs and I was like, "Hey, I see you in SoCal eating some tacos. Come down to the San Jose. I'll take you to some bomb ass taco places." And he liked it. He approved of it. So, Esso, where are you at, bro? Well, let's go.
Sloth?
Who would I take? I know where I'd want to go. I'm going to Iguanas on Evergreen.
Oh my god.
I had to keep it tangibly east side because my first thought was, Jalisco's, because how many times you see a drive-through taqueria? That's
Mhm.
fucking dope. You don't got to get out of your car. Celebrity, though. I'm taking Kat Dennings. I'm going to take Kat Dennings on a date to Iguanas and give her some orange sauce.
Yo, she was hella pregnant in Thor: Love and Thunder. I don't know. If you
No,
guys
she's
saw it.
not.
She was hella pregnant.
She's not pregnant in real life.
No? She
No.
wasn't?
Yo, she just tweeted yesterday. She's a WWE fan. She was watching SummerSlam. So what's up,
Became
Cat
a fan.
Denny?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up? We'll go to Iguanas. Forget Andrew WK. You know, nah, you're engaged. Whatever. You know.
Forget him.
Yeah, we'll go to Iguanas. Andrew WK have Iguanas? He has Iguanas money and like a private
Does-
jet, but you know,
Does he work for Monster? Can he hook you up with Monster, not Kim? I don't think so.
give you a hat.
And
What about a
Monster High?
windbreaker?
You know who I would hang out with? I would take Emma Stone to Taco Tres Reyes. That's that taco truck on Monterey. How many taco trucks get a line like that?
True.
And Emma Stone seemed like she'd be down for some street food like that. She'd be enjoy just hang out with in general.
No, I'm changing. I'm gonna take Doja Cat and we're going to a Vietnamese cafe with the top.
So she
That's another East Side staple.
Oh,
I feel she'll be down for
What?
that.
No one said no pho places. What the fuck?
I don't eat much pho. That's why
Photos, babe.
Oh,
I eat more iguanas.
I like Taco Tres Reyes.
Hispanic. All those Mexican. One was Mexican places. Fuck Shay.
Yeah, our whole podcast went taquerias and Mexican food.
I mean, if we could bring back Shakey's, I mean, I'm sure we could all take dates there.
Who's like, you want to go Chuck E. Cheese?
The Tully Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, the Tully Road Chuck E. Cheese. You want to see an institution of Chuck E. Cheese history?
You want to see where Steven became a rat?
Yeah, I used to work there.
No comment.
How many kids used to kick you?
Quite a few. I remember this one lady defended me because the kid kept following me and kicking me. The lady looked at him. She's like, "Hey, you better be nice to Chucky." And the little kid ran off. Never messed with me again.
On air, can you tell us how many kids you actually hit back?
None.
Are you saying this for legal reasons?
No, I never had any kids. It's like, why?
He
Man has
doesn't abuse
patience.
kids. He just begrudgingly goes, "Fuck them kids."
That part.
Has everyone worked at like an East Side staple? I worked at Eastridge for a little bit. That's a staple of the East Side. Chuck E. Cheese,
Agreed.
that's a staple of the East Side. Target, I'm gonna
Target.
half count that.
Nope. Not
Never.
East Side.
So-
Levi Stadium?
You working at South Bay institution. Review recording.
You go
South
that
Bend
broad.
Institution? I was in the Marines. That's the institution. I was
That's
in.
an American institution.
Hey.
Mr. Worldwide.
That's how we'll on our podcast. I'll refer to Corden now, Mr. Worldwide. Him and you calling him Mr. Worldwide.
Seriously, Yoon was just on the live earlier. He called us suckers. I'm hurt.
I miss Yoon. Having you and Yoon as athletes on the track team was fucking hilarious. Yeah, if I had some squares on the team, that would have been boring.
That dude brought life to it. I miss that guy. Miss
Good,
that
good.
You
Shout
should
out to you.
dibs on getting you on our podcast first. Called it. We get you first. You guys get him after.
You can try.
You can try.
We will try.
You
Yoon,
can try.
Krillin.
Fine.
We're just
Come
gonna
on,
record him on Call of Duty.
There you go.
That works.
Well, he does all the work and wins for us.
Yeah.
David doesn't like that. He doesn't like to feel like us and be bottom dwellers.
All I'm gonna say is you guys would have to re-download Call of Duty in order for that to happen.
I still have it downloaded.
So what I'm
I just been playing Madden.
I was about to say. So what I'm hearing is we're gonna reunite the squad when the new one comes out.
If we're lucky enough to have monkeypox close us down, so we're home for 2 weeks, you got blessing right.
Yeah, if I get unemployment again, we'll talk.
Bet.
Talk to my agent, the government, and we'll talk.
What about well, I guess nobody can speak for David, but we're gonna need that guy too. I'm just gonna throw that out there because he makes it colorful. He like uses you guys as sacrifice. Oh, I shouldn't say you guys. He uses us as sacrifices, and then he'll come around the corner like, I got it.
It's hard playing with you, Craig. You just die.
I just no,
You just
no.
run and die.
Okay, yeah. If we're playing Search and Destroy,
Mr. 3 and 13, 3 and 27.
That was me.
I didn't know we were bringing up your KDR.
Let's pull up the KD ratio.
Hey, no. Give respect to Craig. He's like the Stone Cold Steve Austin of our team. You know, Stone Cold 316, 3 kills, 16 deaths.
Oh,
What? And that's the bottom line.
stop the cap.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Usually at the end of our episodes, we do like a, I guess it's just like anything goes. Like, yeah, well, songs. Do you guys have any like content recommendations, like anything to watch, or do you have like advice that you want to give to people, or just anything in general?
I got one for each of those real quick. Show TV wise content. If you got Hulu, watch Letterkenny. It's about Canadian Hicks, and there's a group called the Skids, which remind me of the tweakers talk about Eureka.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first place mine went to. It looks like a hillbilly ass show, but it's a show for everyone. It like how it has good commentary on like how the world is now, and like how like even Hicks are like Hey, don't call people that word. That's not nice. That's rude. Like we're not racist. We're just like, no, you got to be nice to everyone because be nice to your neighbor because that's what you're supposed to do,
Yeah.
even if he's an asshole. I just binge watched that show, and then piece of advice: just be good to people, just positive energy. I don't believe in karma for shit, but I believe if you put good energy out, it continues. It's like that pay forward at a drive-through. You pay for someone behind you, they'll pay for the next person. Same thing with positive energy. You send positive vibes, it's contagious. So
That's called karma.
no, because I don't think it's going to come back to me. But I think it grows in the world. I don't think if karma is like, I'm going to do good because good is going to come back to me. Or if I do bad, I don't want to do bad because bad things happen to me. I don't believe it comes around. The universe does too much random bullshit. But if I'm positive to the 10 people around me, that puts them in a better mood. Like how I know if people are positive to me, I react positively. So if I do that to other people, hopefully they send that out to the next people. Will it get back to me? I don't care. I'm not in it for the reward of it. I just want to be leaving the world a better place than I found it.
If y'all have a chance, go back, watch How I Met Your Mother. If you haven't seen
just
it,
did that
or if
too.
you've seen it before, go back and watch it because I watched it for I don't know how many time, man. Honestly, just a good show. Kind of piggyback to what Sloth said about life. What you get in is what you get out of it. If you don't know what it's about a guy in his 20s talking about the many years he went being single and dating and finally find love of his life. So go watch that show. Really good show. A lot of good jokes, a lot of good memories with that. Were you going to say something, Sloth?
That show hits different every time I watch it.
It does.
It's like now that I'm in different, like if I rewatch it every 3 or 4 years,
Mhm.
I'm in a different spot in my life. And I'm like, oh, this shit, it hits differently in a good way. I'm like, oh, shit, I relate to this part more than I did before. Like
I know what you mean.
this part I looked at more childishly, but like, oh, this part.
Having my first kid
harder.
going back and we watch is like, man, like the stuff he went through, like I kind of went through that too. So I always say go back, watch that one. And a little piece of advice: if at first you don't succeed, do it again. And if you don't see that time, it's not meant to be. You know how many times I went through that table, didn't break?
Twice.
Bills
You
Mafia.
count it.
We'll go to some Niner games this year, Steven. We'll find a table for you to go through.
We'll just take you to a Buffalo Bill game.
Are you got Buffalo Bills travel money?
I mean,
If you do, we'll go. I'm down. I'm saying I don't got that kind of cash.
Let's plan it out. We'll see them go through a fire table.
y'all got
Table on
time.
fire.
They're going to playoffs this year. You got time.
Yeah. I just binge watched Secession. It's rich people meet the Gallaghers. Pretty fucking funny. Pretty freaking funny. And I started watching The Bear, which is
Oh, I've heard good things.
if you want to see a multiverse successful chef Lip, that's a show for you.
I don't know any of those words mean, but I'll take his word for it.
If they watch Shameless.
One of the few times we'll trust Joe.
All right, Craig.
For me, no advice, not really any shows, but music-wise, if you're looking for something, Joey Badass has an album that just came out, 2000. My favorite song on that album is Survivor's Guilt.
Shout out Benny the Butcher.
I'm
No?
a Gibbs fan.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry.
Oh, because they're beefing right now.
Take Gibbs on that. Sorry.
All right. I don't have any content right now, but I think a piece of advice I'd probably say is, do whatever you want because it doesn't matter like what you do or what you say. There's always going to be somebody that's just not going to like what you do or say. So I would just say go ahead and do what you want
So hit him in the mouth.
if you want.
You know what? I just realized something.
I'll say that Craig's right next to you.
the quote I
That's the
said.
plan.
The quote I should have said was, "At first you don't see, do it again. If that's the second time you don't see, stop trying to jump through that table."
Oh my gosh.
That's what I should have said.
Oh wait, from
Write
fucking
it down.
forgetting Sarah Marshall.
know.
If life gives you lemons,
Make
So-
beats too.
no, man, fuck these lemons and bail. Paul
Bye.
Rudd, man doesn't age.
In the wide words of Eddie Guerrero, I lie, I cheat, I steal. Are we all just gonna try to one up each other?
Well, I mean, I can close it out and then start yours if y'all want. But with that being said, behind the boards, we got Sloth. Across from me, we got Joe. We got Stephen. Next to me, we got Corden. This is J9 Squadcast. Peace, love, positivity. We move it.